American Financing, saving homeowners over $800 every month by using your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt. American Financing, America's home for home loans. AmericanFinancing.net/progress. Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Nothing to see here, just a tone-deaf draft dodger gleefully giving a thumbs up at the graves of those who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Hashtag weird and sad. And just Fred, you reposted Fred saying, smiling at the grave of a Marine, smiling and doing his signature jackass thumbs up. I don't know if you heard my first segment and how personal this is to me, Bob, but I just interred my mom with my dad at Arlington. And when I read just this from NPR, the Trump campaign staff verbally abused and pushed an Arlington National Cemetery official who tried to prevent them from filming and photographing at the burial site. It just, having just been through this with one of the loveliest people I've ever met that took us through this, very sacred ceremony at Arlington, I can't hate someone more from the depths of my soul. And I've never hated anyone. But Donald Trump is just despicable.
Right. Well, he's terrible at, normal human emotions. He's terrible at showing respect for people who sacrifice and gave everything for their country. He doesn't understand that. He thinks they're suckers and losers. We've seen this sort of thing from Donald Trump before. I think there was a mass shooting. I want to say it was Uvalde, but of course there are so many, they all kind of run together. But with Donald, he appeared with the families of one of the victims of the shooting and was autographing what was it, like the death certificate or something? It was just like completely
tragedy scenes. He goes, have a good time, everybody.
He was I think autographing the photo of the deceased person, the person killed in the shooting. And then he shows up obviously at Arlington and is doing that same eating grin, thumbs up thing that he does, whether it's some rando at Mar-a-Lago or one of his kids or, a dead Marine who's been interred at Arlington Cemetery. It's the same, stupid picture of him with his bendy thumb and standing there all awkward because for some reason the Trumps don't know how to stand like normal human beings. They have some sort of weird posture, standing. They're just totally attempting to stand like space aliens trying to figure out human behavior.
Right.
And this keeps happening. And then obviously there was I don't know what, fisticuffs at Arlington Cemetery because they're saying, hey, look, maybe this isn't the location for one of your stupid campaigns, cynical.
And of course, the campaign
really
lied. They're like, we'll be releasing footage proving this. And you're like, of course they haven't released.
Yeah. Well, I hope the press covers the awfulness of what happened at Arlington Cemetery and not just the wreath laying that he did.
They have footage of him doing the thing, but they don't have. It's like, they're not going to release footage of the altercation if they have it because it proves that. And Arlington confirmed it. There was an incident and it was reported. Anyway.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, he so disrespects veterans. He disrespects the troops. Yeah. And then what happens is he does a wreath laying at Arlington and suddenly all those other things go away. I said, look, he's laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown. Let's give him kudos for that. How about that? Donald, I guess he really does love the troops.
Oh, God.
No, that's not how it works. You don't get to erase all the other things with just one event like that.
Everything, but it is like sensory overload, right? It's a lot. We're so exhausted. It's going to take us a week to recover. But it's everything you saw on TV. I mean, it was just joyous and exciting and just like, I think, no convention anyone's ever seen before, right?
Oh, yeah. This is the Democratic Party I've been waiting for like 30 years.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that we're finally here. And that's not to disparage previous iterations of the Democratic Party, but this is something special. I think all the puzzle pieces have fit together just perfectly. We're in that one universe of the multiverse where everything seems to be working out. Don't get happy, of course. But, we're just, Kimberly and I are just the biggest, Tim Walz fanboys. We just,
oh my God.
Like every time he's on screen or something during the convention.
He's Ted Lasso.
When something was happening on stage and we're going, okay, what's Coach Walz doing? How's he reacting? Let's show Coach Walz more.
Did you see his latest thing about keeping your gutters clean? Oh my God, I love him so much.
Oh, yeah. Of course. And naturally, he's exactly right.
Yes,
I mean, the death of a house begins in the gutter.
He is the neighbor that goes,
that up. I don't know if that's a thing.
Make sure you're good, because I've had leaks because I didn't get enough leaves out of the gutter. He's the neighbor that goes,
Same.
Get those leaves out of the gutter. You're going to have leaks.
That's right. Or he's up there on a ladder along your house.
Yeah, I'll get
stuff out of the gutter. I just thought I'd take care of this for you real quick. I hope you don't mind. There's Tim Walz, scaling the wall of your house. Yeah.
I mean, you retweeted, AJ tweeted, nearly 10 years ago, I met a congressman from rural Minnesota who drove around for hours to help a single veteran get a pair of hearing aids so he could hear his dying wife's voice. Never would have guessed that Tim Walz would be in the running for VP. James said, Donald Trump calls veterans suckers and losers, and Tim Walz helps them hear their dying wife's voice. Any story just sums up, once again, the contrast in this election, right?
Well, one of the things I've been trying to emphasize on social media and on my podcast is the fact that someone like Coach Walz is immensely rare at this level of American politics. It's inconceivable that someone like Coach Walz gets to this place. Yeah. And naturally, I mean, apart from all the amazing things, he's actually a pretty savvy political operator. Yeah. And so, I mean, you don't get to become governor and then nominee for vice president if you don't know how to navigate politics.
Yeah,
so,
they're both joyful, but they're tough. They're tough. And they are going balls. Can I say balls to the walls? I believe so.
Sure.
Oh, and there's a T-shirt for just that at StephanieMiller.com. I know we shouldn't get happy, but happy Superseding Indictment Day.
Yes. Oh, that's exciting.
That's a BFD.
I love this. Yeah.
Right?
The only thing that Jeffrey Clark kind of got off the hook. I mean, that was the only sort of downside to this, but ultimately, more indictments for Donald Trump. This is now
I will settle for any
jury. Yeah.
I will settle for any degree of justice for this slobbery dingus, as you call him. Love you, Bob.
Yes, the words of the day. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you, Bob.
Protect and serve. Yeah.
SexyLiberal.com. I listen to it. I have to listen to it. It's a must listen to Bob Cesca Show. I love you, Bob.
I love you, Stephanie. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
American Financing, saving homeowners over $800 every month by using your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt. American Financing, America's home for home loans. AmericanFinancing.net/progress.